Caitlin Clark has accepted Dave Portnoy $10 million offer. Could use Caitlin Clark's accept a $10 million deal, olive branch.
Caitlin Clark has just accepted Dave Portnoy's massive $10 million proposal, and this move has the WNBA absolutely shaking. Portnoy invited her to his gigantic internet invitational golf tournament, and Clark said yes. This isn't some casual charity event with a couple thousand viewers. This tournament pulls 20 to 25 million views and features a potential $10 million prize pool. While the WNBA still can't figure out how to properly market their biggest star, Portnoy has already locked her in for next year. And make no mistake, league executives are panicking. Caitlin Clark accepting a $10 million outside deal shows just how fast her brand is exploding far beyond basketball. So here's the real question. Should Caitlin Clark keep expanding her brand outside the WNBA, or should she focus completely on the league? Drop your thoughts below, because the implications here are huge. Let's break down exactly what happened. Dave Portnoy, founder of Barstool Sports and someone who truly does not care who he upsets, has turned his internet invitational into a monster event. This isn't your typical celebrity golf scramble where people show up, swing badly, and call it charity. Portnoy teamed up with Bob Does Sports, a golf creator with massive reach, and together they've built a tournament that generates the kind of viewership most sports leagues would kill for. And now, Caitlin Clark is part of it. This move changes everything, for her career, for her brand, and for the WNBA.
I don't know what'll get there. I'd like to do a 10 million pool next year. See, I think it's going to be a lot easier to get money, sponsors, all this stuff. We proved it. Year two, you really prove it, and then you got something. I've invited 2 people so far. They both said yes. I don't know how serious the yeses are. Caitlin said yes. Kaya Trump said yes. Those are my 2 that I've asked. Whether push comes to shove and those 2 are available and do it.
Talked about if Caitlin did her own league. Do you know anything about what you would want to see her do? You said you'd partner with her and give her $100 million. That's the biggest offer that
Caitlin Clark's rising influence is becoming impossible to ignore, and Dave Portnoy knows it. When asked about next year's tournament and whether he plans to expand it, he didn't hesitate. Every year, he said, not maybe, or we'll see. Then he dropped the bombshell that should have WNBA executives reaching for antacids. He's already invited 2 people, and both said yes, Caitlin Clark and Kaya Trump. Portnoy admitted he doesn't know how serious those yes are or whether schedules will align, but the fact that Clark agreed at all shows exactly where her mindset is regarding brand building. Portnoy is aiming for a $10 million prize pool for a creator-driven golf tournament, and if Clark commits, sponsors will rush in instantly. Her presence alone guarantees massive viewership, engagement, and media coverage, the same star power the WNBA continues to undervalue. This entire moment traces back to the Annika Pro Am, where Clark shattered records and was treated like royalty by the LPGA, setting the stage for Portnoy to position her at the center of his next major event.
If she would have let me be her agent, I would have in a second. And if she's like, I'll start a new league with you, I would get her whatever you want. I don't think she'll ever do that. Like, I talk with her never about that stuff. She has State Farm, Nike, Gatorade. Those are like blue bloods. Ryan's a Tom Brady in a way. Like, very rarely, if ever, publicly says anything that like should cause any waves. She's kind of like been a good trooper for the Fever and the league. So I think she wants to make the WNBA work. I think she grew up wanting to play in it, but you have to have a certain personality. Like I think if she truly was like, I'm out of here, I'm starting my own league, she'd have people lining up, including myself, and she would put the WNBA out of business. I really do believe.
The contrast between Caitlin Clark's brand expansion and the WNBA's treatment of its biggest star couldn't be more obvious. While the league hesitates, Dave Portnoy moved instantly. He saw Clark's record-breaking presence at the Annika Pro Am and acted before anyone else, securing her interest for his next major event. Portnoy understands what the WNBA still hasn't figured out. You don't wait for stars, you chase them, elevate them, and give them platforms that match their value. The WNBA spent 2 seasons watching Clark get physically targeted on the court with minimal protection and inconsistent marketing, while Portnoy watched one golf appearance and immediately said, I want her next year. That's the difference between organizations that understand star power and those that take it for granted. Meanwhile, Sophie Cunningham adds another interesting twist. Serving as a celebrity caddy at the same Pro-Am alongside Lexi Hull, fans noticed her surprisingly strong golf swing, especially for someone who claims she barely plays. Now she's leaning into that talent. On her podcast Show Me Something, which she co-hosts with Wes Wilson, Sophie revealed she believes she has real potential in golf and plans to take it more seriously. She even compared it to Clark, saying her own getaway has always been the pool and beach, while Clark's escape is golf, a connection that ties their journeys together in a compelling way.
Well, we haven't made money for 15 years, 20 years, or whatever. That doesn't matter. It is now. Like, it is now, and you have to take advantage of it now, and that's how it works. So you never know, because she is in the middle, and commissioners are always in the middle, and commissioners are always going to take the brunt of what the owners don't want to feel. And who even knows what the real numbers are? Like, when they came out, well, the owners, it's all mixed in with the WNBA, the NBA. It's super convoluted to actually figure out how much they're making, how much they're losing. And it's in the owner's interest not to really have the true numbers if they're going up, but just the television ratings and all the media deals. I wrote an article when Caitlyn signed her Nike deal. Like, instantly. I'm like, this is the dumbest. I wish I was her agent. Like, she got screwed. And she did. If you look back at it, like, the power of her, and when her shoe comes out, like, we'll see what the sales are. They're paying Devin Booker, I think, $40 million a year.
Yeah, I think Caitlyn's like getting 8, right?
In what universe is Devin Booker worth $40 million a year and Caitlyn's worth 8? It's insane. So it's all there, it's all up, and they're not taking advantage of it. And clearly the players have lost faith in Kathy.
After what happened at the Annika Pro-Am, Sophie wants in on that momentum too. Her quote says everything. I think me, her, and Lexi are going to go play a little bit more because we had fun. We had a blast. It was so nice. Just a completely different vibe than basketball. It was cool. That's 3 Indiana Fever teammates bonding over golf in the off-season, building chemistry away from the pressure of basketball, and opening the door to massive content and branding opportunities far outside the WNBA's limited ecosystem. Sophie's podcast situation adds another twist. There were real talks about bringing her show to Barstool Sports, where Dave Portnoy could have plugged her directly into his booming media empire, but existing commitments blocked the deal, sending the show to Colin Cowherd's network, The Volume. Still a strong platform, but imagine the crossover. Sophie on Barstool, Clark playing Portnoy's tournament, Lexi in the mix, and all 3 generating viral content together. It could have exploded. This entire situation highlights how modern athletes build power in 2024 and beyond. It's not about staying in one lane and hoping your league markets you correctly. It's about stacking revenue streams, creating cross-industry partnerships, and positioning yourself where real opportunities grow. Clark already understands this. Sophie is catching on fast, and the WNBA is stuck watching from the sidelines, confused about why their biggest stars keep finding success everywhere except league-controlled spaces. And before we go further, look at how massive Portnoy's viewership numbers really are.